Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 16 Chew review. And as you just saw, it will be of Taylor's Pride. Taylor's Pride is a product of the American Snuff Company. All right. Now, American Snuff Company took over Taylor's Brothers, which was a tobacco company by itself, in 1952. Now, somebody's out there going, I actually watched that video where the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy said that the American Snuff Company wasn't called the American Snuff Company until 2010. I did, and that is also true. I didn't quite explain it properly, though. And without getting into a history of the American Snuff Company, the American Snuff Company started out in the early 1800s as Garrett and Sons. It then became W.E. Garrett and Sons. And then in 1900, as they put forth in their advertising and in the past on some of their cans, in 1900 it became the American Snuff Company. In 1952, they took over Taylor Brothers. They also took over shortly thereafter Conwood brands and Red Fox brands. All right. In 1985, the American Snuff Company was bought by a rather influential, very wealthy Chicago family. And for whatever reason, they decided to change the name to Conwood Sales Company. Don't know why. And then, as I stated before, in 2010, 25 years later, after R.J. Reynolds had taken it from that Chicago family in a buyout, they decided to change it back to American Snuff Company. Okay? So, I'm just looking. Taylor Brothers, which American Snuff got in 1952, had a number of brands. One of them was Bull of the Woods. Another one was Cannonball. They also made some Twist. And interestingly, their factory, a very updated version, is still in use. American Snuff Company has 3 facilities. I can't name them all offhand. Well, I can't name one of them because I can't think of it. Their headquarters is in Memphis, Tennessee, as I always point out. But the Taylor Brothers factory in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, is American Snuff Company's Winston-Salem facility. And it is still turning out product. Anyway, so that is why this product is called Taylor's Pride. Okay? They are carrying on the name in the best form they can of a company they bought out in 1952. Okay? So the legacy sort of goes on. So, what you have is a 3-ounce net weight package, loose leaf chewing tobacco. All right? If you are looking at the package on the flap down side, the code, a stamped code, will be over here on your right, my left. I bought this at a suburban urban Walmart, so I am not going to check that code because, to tell you the truth, I don't really want to know. But that is the date code over here, okay? Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. It is basically the same on both sides. All right, now on the bottom, that's a bad sign. I just split the packaging. The bag just split. Oh boy, okay. On the bottom, the product is 35% domestic, 65% imported tobacco. It is manufactured by the American Snuff Company LLC of Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, as you can see up here, the packaging has ripped. Oh boy. Okay. And all right, I am going to carry forward with this review anyway, although I am thinking that I am going to find a product that's not in the greatest of shape. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have recently had this product in another package, and the product was fine. So it's been recent enough that I can remember what it was like, just in case things go really south with this bag. Anyway, so you have an American Snuff Company pouch that's no Ziploc, okay? You will have more glue dots, but as with most products that don't have a Ziploc, you also have product that's been pinched when they close the packaging. Now, the glue dots on a Ziploc product from Pinkerton, usually they're 6. It's 3 and 3. This will most likely have 6 and 6, 12 altogether. But we will see. Yeah, there's a lot. All right, let me see what I'm dealing with here. Wow. Okay, Winnington Outdoors. I'm going to the bottom. The product is extremely dry. It is, wow. That looks like a cut there, too. That looks like a razor cut, though. I am going to call this failed. This review is officially failed. The product would be very moist with blonde highlights. All right, there would be some stem material, but when I say stem, not like the main leaf stems, like secondary stems. So it's not that bad. The product is a Redman-esque chew. It is an original chew. I am not even going to attempt to put this in my mouth. However, I may use this bag as an experiment to see how a certain rehydration process may or may not work. But this, as a review itself, is shot. Unfortunately, because I think I paid like $9.50 for this bag. Yeah. Taylor's Pride is an original chew with fairly good original chew flavor. It has a lot of blonde highlights, and it has secondary stems, thinner stems that at right moisture level are comfortable enough. There's nothing poking or anything, okay? It's not a premium, but it's not a budget either. American Snuff isn't very clear on their website about this, where they place it. I think it is of near premium quality, because if you think about it, even their premium Levi Garrett has a good number of secondary stems in it. And this is no different. It is not as sweet as Levi Garrett. It leans towards something more like Redman. So this has been the failed review of Taylor's Pride. The packaging is evidently brittle enough that I poked a hole in the bottom, and somewhere up here, right there, it looks like there was a razor cut. This would have been leaning on the dry side anyway, because they don't use Ziplocs. Anyway, sorry guys. I hope I gave you some worthwhile information. I will probably upload this video because it may be the only one I do this evening. But to look inside, You can see that's not looking very moist at all, but it does highlight the highlights, the blonde highlights. All right. But it's looking more stemmy than it should because it is completely dried out. Anyway, again, I apologize. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.